Today I want to show you the Dejan Flasher box that I made and talk a little bit about it. Um, some of you may have seen my previous video on this DCT-3 Flasher that I made, and this side, the parallel side, is based on Dejan's work. So let's talk about it a little bit. In the year 2000, Dejan Kaljevich, I think his name was, I hope I'm not butchering that name. He was a Serbian developer. He was already known for unlocking DCT-2 series phones with his program. And in the year 2000, the DCT-3 series of phones has just come out. It was new, nobody knew much about it. And then he made a tool that basically was the foundation of all future Nokia hacking and unlocking. And I'm talking about this Dejan full box that he made and was gonna sell. But to promote this, he released a free program, Light Flasher, for free with instructions on how to make your own cable and how to connect the phone to the computer. And that's what I used to make this side, the parallel one. Now, two things happened. One, that made him instantly a hero because everyone took that design and started working on Nokia phones. But two, that ruined his business because developers started using that design to make their own programs for Nokia, which ended up being a lot better and easier to use. We're gonna see that later. But this was the full version of that. The light version didn't have any protection, basically had a parallel port with a flip-flop chip here and some diodes, and let you basically connect to the phone. But the full version, this is what's inside this, had a pic here. This is, you can see that, the 16F 6 to 8 pic. So this also provided the protection for the circuit, so it had a serial number and all that. So as I said, to demonstrate the capabilities of his program, he released a free flasher, and we're gonna look at that in a minute, and then a full flasher for this. The problem is, I'm guessing he didn't want to get into any legal trouble with Nokia. He didn't include the necessary files to connect the phones to the computer, so you had to find your own boot files online or through forums or whatever to be able to use the program. And even then, it wasn't as easy as plugging it in, choose your model, and you're done. You had to go through extra steps to make it work. And that's why later on, when people started making their own programs using his free schematic, people chose that instead because it was so much easier to use. So that was the downfall of this box. But I built this just for historical value, and let's have a look at the software and see how it works. We have here 5130 and a 3410 to look at. These are both locked, so we're gonna unlock them and see what else we can do with this box. So this works through parallel. Let's plug that in. And I put a USB port here for power. And let's start with the 5130. Got an F-bus cable here. I'll plug that in. Let's put a SIM card inside here. Plug the cable in. Right, when the program starts, that's gonna give power to the port, and we're gonna turn the phone on, because at the moment the phone doesn't turn on, as you can see. But when the program is started, it activates the port here. So let's do that. Actually, let me show you first the free program that he sends out to promote his box, the one that works with the free schematics that he put in. So let's plug that in here. Let's see. Flasher, it was called Flasher 1B. This was the beta one. So this was distributed for free. And all the options you had was to read the flash of the phone or write new flash to it. So let's try and read this one. Even with this, he didn't include the boot file, so you had to find them online. So this is probably not gonna work. I don't have the proper boot files for this model, but let's try it. So here you can choose your model, start address, end address, and press enter and press the power key on the phone. Right, so I don't have the boot file for that, but this is where the program would read your flash, and you can reflash the phone or repair flash on another phone. So this was the free stuff. Now let's look at the paid software. Okay, so I got the flasher plugged in. Let's use this version first. Okay, so you can you can see here the box version and serial number. Here you can update the software on your phone. So if you put, to make this work, you had to put your flash files and boot files and everything here in the NK files folder. You see I have a boot file here. The trouble is you can't just put one boot file in and that's going to work for all phones. Every phone model had a different boot file, so you had to have a folder with all the boot files for each phone, and when you wanted to do a specific model, you would copy it into this folder and change the name to boot.bin. You can see why that would be annoying, right? Because if you're working in this field, you don't have time to switch all the time boot files and all of this, and that's probably one of the reasons why this project failed. And regarding the flashing, if you had a flash file, and again those had to be converted, if you had a flash file that was newer than the version on your phone and you had the proper boot files in this folder, when you clicked auto update, it would scan that folder, scan your phone, and then update it with the new version. Here you have a manual update. Here you can take flash from your phone and save it to your computer, like with the free version, but again you need the boot file and all that. You can take a log of the information on your phone. Here you can change the serial number on your phone, but again you need the boot files. And here you can unlock the phone. So let's unlock this one. Let's turn it on first. See, that is locked. Let's hit F6. The phone is turned on. Let's press enter. Right, so you see here information about the phone, the flash checksum. Still got an error here about the files in the folder. I'm not sure if the unlocking went through. Let's check it. So let's turn it off and back on again. Right, so that didn't go through. Let's try a newer version of this program. That is the workshop version. It's the latest one. The last one that was released is 1.07. So with the phone turned on, let's read info. Right, so you can see here one of the locks is closed. So let's unlock it. See if this one works. Right, so now all the locks are open. Let's see if that worked. Start off and back on again. Right, so that worked. So this version is easier to use, but still, you can see here you can flash it with a language file, but I don't see any option to write the main flash file. You can change the serial number, but it's not as easy as other tools where you have a bar here, you write your serial number and then you write. No, it's not as easy as that. It makes a log file, right? You see that here? A log file. Here. You see this? If you want to change the serial number of the phone, you will have to go into this log file, change this, save it, and write the log here. So it's still, compared to other tools, it's still a bit annoying to work on. Let me show you what came after this one. Right, so here you got Nokia Rollis, which was based on the free schematics to connect the phone. It works through the parallel port as well. But this one was a lot easier to use. You just choose your model from here, you load your flash file, and you press this green button here and you flash your phone. And it was as easy as that. You don't need to do anything extras. And yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why this project failed, but it was the start of hacking and unlocking Nokia phones, so it's a very important milestone in this field. And yeah, it's interesting to look at it, but I would not use this daily if I had to work on these phones, really, to be honest. But yeah, I built a few of these. If anyone's interested in buying them, the link is going to be in the description. I have a few of these that I made. This will work with Rollis, and this is for unlocking the serial side. And I also sell the full Dejan one. So if you want to buy these, check the description. If they're available, they're going to be in there. And that's it. Thanks for watching.